Today, we are going to talk about the cell cycle. The cell cycle is a complex set of stages that is highly regulated.
It is regulated by the cell cycle control system that is composed of internal and external checkpoints. We are going to talk about mitosis.
The cell cycle starts with interphase, and this stage is 90% of the entire cycle, so it is split into 3 substages, G1, S, and G2. Each substage is responsible for a different activity and has a checkpoint before moving to the next substage. G is responsible for growing the cell, and once the cell has grown to a certain point, the checkpoint will be complete and allow the cell to move into substage S. S is responsible for making copies of all the DNA in the nucleus. Once all chromosomes have been successfully copied, they will move on to G2, which is another growth state.
At G2 MPF, the final interphase checkpoint will check the cell before division. MPF is composed of proteins called cyclin-dependent kinase, or CDK, and cyclin. These 2 proteins are responsible for setting off stop-and-go signals at all of the checkpoints.
One example of an external signal at these checkpoints are growth factors, or proteins released by certain cells that stimulate other cells to divide. PDGF is a growth factor that stimulates the division of human fibroblast cells in culture.
When there are malfunctions or disruptions in the cell cycle, mutations happen within the cell. This is where cancer cells come from. They are the results of a malfunction in the cell cycle control. Normal cells have stop-and-go signals that guide the cell through each stage, but cancer cells override their growth factors and continue to grow rigorously.
I hope you learned something today, and thanks for watching! Hold on. Today we are going to talk.
Irielle!
I really can't.
I'm about to read the whole thing.
Can you make something sad happen? I need to be sad. Okay.
Is It's like the
One example of an external signal at these
where cancer cells come from. They are the results of
malfunctions. I hope you learned something today, and thanks for waiting. Wait. Did I not read? I hope you learned something today, and thanks for watching. You sound so